Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Hashem Shai, Waharakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. All she prophets to be pushing the truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So this is going to be a video entitled pretty much destroying the ancestors, which I believe is a statement that is widely used and recognized by the Native American Indians to describe Esau, which we know through the scriptures and through prophetic understanding is the so-called white man. Now, when you go into the history of the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you go into who they really are in terms of the Bible, you find out that these are the Israelites. Okay, and what happens is via a process from the Bible and in this world that we're living in, called chroniclism, where the images of the history of the ancestors are destroyed. Okay, you have it to where our history, the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, is taken away, and we're given a false one. But our history is given unto the heathens, of which the heathen nations are every nation except for the Israelites. You're going to find the Israelites out there within the west coast of Africa. You're going to find the Israelites out here in England. Okay, but for the most part, you was going to know them as the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. You got a whole bunch of Israelites out there amidst the Italians. Okay, and a whole bunch of Israelites out there, in Ireland and all of that. Okay, but for the most part, you was going to know them as the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. And your heritage, your history has been taken away from you because it's been, either one has been destroyed and the bits that are left have been whitewashed, and our enemy, the Edomites, have taken it for themselves. Okay, so the book of Job, the 24th chapter on the 2nd verse, it says, some remove the landmarks and they violently take away flocks and feed thereof. So they've taken down, we put up particular our landmarks. Okay, because when you go into the scriptures, when we might go and take over a particular land, and we put, a monument, a landmark, okay, for our children to see. They took all of that down. Okay, you're talking about the Ark of Titus. Okay, they erected that, but the particular monuments that had our images and things that pertain to us, they took all of that down. Okay, also too, when you go into the history. When you go into the scriptures, the book of Jeremiah, the 17th chapter on the 4th verse, okay, the our heritage, okay, that's you're talking about the ancestors, our heritage, all our heritage is our ancestors, isn't it? Okay, you're talking about the ancestors and heritage; those are things that are synonymous. So if your heritage has been taken away, well, guess what? Your ancestors is destroyed, and there's an age-old saying in that. How can you know where you're going if you don't know where you're coming from? And that's part of the thing, us as teachers, Lord's will, I'm a teacher of this word. But us as the teachers, especially starting first and foremost with the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, okay, that they do, and Lord's will I do, is that we go into the history and we tell you who you are. And in telling you who you are, you're the Israelites, what kind of future to hope for, which is the kingdom of heaven. Okay, where your heritage is going to be, you're going to be identified as an Israelite. You ain't going to have to be hiding it. That's why the scripture says you ain't going to be ashamed anymore. Okay, because right now it's a shame to be a Negro, Hispanic, or Native Americans. You can't open the Bible and find Negro, Hispanic, or Native American. Okay, you find the Moabites, the Ammonites. Okay, you find out that the Edomites is going to be widely destroyed. And you got a whole bunch of Jakes out there. They read that. And they just think that's just some arbitrary statement. No, we're talking about the destruction of your enemies. Okay, when you're reading about the destruction, that's why it was known as the gospel, the good word. Okay, the words to hope for, because when you was reading these scriptures, you were like, man, damn, our enemies are in rulership right now. Okay, we ain't getting a break for shit. But these scriptures are saying that there's a hope. That's why it was such a beautiful and great thing that these scriptures was going to provide. But if you don't know your heritage, how can you get down with the scriptures and identify yourself as an Israelite and therefore look, okay, for the mercies and look for the salvation Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai is going to come with? You can't do that, okay? That's why the destruction of your ancestors, okay, it was important to Esau. That was an important thing to do. That was an important attack to play out, so you don't have no hope. And when you look at Jake, okay, they're on the corner, okay, of the streets, okay, they're everywhere but where they're supposed to be, and that's because they don't know who they are. Okay, you ask a nigger on the streets who he is, he's gonna tell you he's a Negro. And that's why he's on the corner of the streets. He has no hope. He's through. Okay, but we as teachers, we're bringing you that message, man. Okay, it's okay. They destroyed our ancestors, but they didn't destroy the spirit Yahweh Shimi Al Shai. Okay, that's beyond their grasp. And so long as the spirit Yahweh Shimi Al Shai is out there, okay, the teachers was gonna be out there. Okay, the mysteries of this Bibles was gonna be made clear. Okay, the book of Job, 9th chapter on the 24th verse, it says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not wherein, who is he? Because the scripture says that what? That he's going to be a covering cast upon all people. But the Most High is going to remove that covering cast. You got the Chinese out there talking about how they the Moabites out there talking about they're Chinese. You got the Ishmaelites for the most part, they know who they are. Okay? You got the Muhammites out there calling themselves African, and that African thing is just an all-inclusive term for all black people upon the face of the earth. I mean, like that. How could that be? Okay, but see, the Most High is going to remove that covering cast upon all people, and everybody's going to know what nation they're from. Is it Isaiah the 30th chapter or the 60th chapter? Okay, he's going to remove that covering cast, and everybody's going to know who they are. And that's when we're not going to be ashamed anymore, man. Okay, we're gonna be happy. Okay, because the Lord said He's gonna beautify us with salvation. So let me see if I could quickly find this precept covering cast. I know it's in Isaiah. Okay, Isaiah 25:7 says, and I will destroy it in this mountain, in America, in the world. Okay, the covering. The face of the covering cast over all the people, and the veil that is spread over all nations, to the end that what? These nations are going to know who they are. So when they cover up the judges, and you had King David, King Solomon, and you had the images that they left behind, and the particular monuments that they are and ancestors left behind, when they covered all of that up, okay, we lost a big chunk of our history, okay, and that was pursuant to the book of Job, the 28th chapter, Job, 24:9. But see, the Most High is going to destroy the covering cast over all people. Okay, to the end that we're going to rejoice in being Israelites. Right now, it's like, oh, you're a Jew. Okay, but hey, the scriptures talk about faith. Okay, so pretty much, with that, I'm not going to make it too much longer. With that, I'm going to say, all praise unto Yahweh Shimi Al Shai wa Hara Kwakadash. Double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. On the ship of us to be pushing this truth sincerely. Shalom.